Hello and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. I'm MrViperfang, and last time we made it through the Bokoblin encampment in the Gerudo Desert to make it to the Arbiter's grounds, and we kicked King Bulbin's ass. Again. Because apparently he can't die. Anyway, today I'm going to enable the Ganondorf amiibo because we're heading into another dungeon. Oh, that ominous laugh. There we are. And now we are gonna be even more screwed. I'm down to 3 hearts going into this dungeon, and I'm taking quad damage overall. But we're into one of the coolest dungeons in the entire game, in my opinion, and apparently a lot of people online share that opinion. Wow, I couldn't words for a second. It's been a long day. Anyway, we've got some Moldorms that we're going to have to deal with, and actually, we won't have to deal with them at all. You see these nice little cage-looking things that are holding fire? We can grab onto those with the claw shot so we don't have to traverse the quicksand. You'll safely be able to make it over here if you roll first, but I would recommend just using the claw shot and not falling into the sand, because that's what happens if you do that. You gradually sink, and you will eventually suffocate to death. And in hero mode, that means you take 4 hearts of damage and respawn at the start. And in my case, right now, I instantly die. Oh, God. Alright, got them all. They're dead. Let's use the claw shot to grab onto this thing. Basically, the claw shot is going to be your friend in this place when you have to deal with a lot of quicksand. And we will be dealing with a lot of quicksand. And I forgot to roll in time. That's okay. Alright, so we got a locked door. We got a passageway that's blocked by rotted wood that could be slashed. And we've got a goblet of lantern oil. So we've got a free refill on our lantern. Basically, just use it going into the next room and enjoy the benefits of having full fire to just enjoy having fire to work with. We're gonna need it in the next room anyway. And we've got bugs all over us. These will slow you down, so you don't want them on your body. You can roll to get them off, and you can spin attack. Basically, don't have them on you, or else you're going to slow down, especially if you're trying to traverse quicksand. That's why they're there. They want you to die. Alright. Oh god, we've got some more of these little skeleton dudes to deal with. Luckily, I've got a bunch of bomb arrows. Well, not a bunch. I want to make sure I have a few of these left over so I can deal with stuff a little bit later. Oh god. They also die to 1 hit of the spin attack, so use that as well. Also, try not to get hit. You are limited on health if you're going into this like I am. Light the torches, open the door, get on the floor, escape the skeletons, and just go into the next room. Alright, so you remember the Forest Temple from Ocarina of Time, right? Well, we're gonna have some analogs to that dungeon in this game. We've got some torches that we're gonna have to relight, and to do that, we're gonna need to kill some Poes. These lanterns look a little different, though. There we are. They took the lights, the door shuts, and they go on their separate little ways. However, we're gonna be able to fight one of these guys immediately because it just stays in the middle of the room. And just like the regular Poes that we've been collecting souls from out in the overworld, we can only see these through wolf senses. So let's do that. Ooh. And they look a hell of a lot different than the Poes we've been dealing with. And they also are mechanically different because they can only be harmed if they turn purple. That also signifies when they're going to be attacking. There we are. I recommend just jumping at them and biting their face off to beat them. And apparently it does the Poe version of voiding your bowels when it dies. Just poofs into a giant bit of dust and leaves a very corporeal robe behind. Wonder if I could wear it. Been looking for a new Halloween costume for next year. Alright, we're gonna have to get rid of a scent to gain a scent. I wonder what Poes smell like. They probably smell like bone dust and death. Alright, let's change back into our human form. We've got a couple of chests that we can actually open up before we go after the Poes that stole all of the lights. Use the claw shot to get over here, open up the chest, and we've got our first of 2 pieces of heart for the dungeon. This is also a full refill, so I'm kind of happy I actually got this. Since there's really... Oh, there is a thing that we can grab onto, but we can still roll and be just fine. I just used the claw shot so I could have these platforms coming back over here. There's also a chest over here, and unfortunately there's no claw shot point to grapple onto. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, I missed! Dang it. Oh, it got its wings back. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Haha. There we go. Stab it to death. Alright, let's try this again. Ah, ha, ha, I didn't want to do that. Ow. Everything is going pear-shaped. Alright, we got the map. It should be able to help us navigate the proper path to be able to get some Poes. While technically I think you can do the Poes in any order, we're going to be doing one specific one for ease of being able to do this entire dungeon. Let's go ahead and change into a wolf and see where the trails lead. Alright, so we've got one that leads all the way up there. I don't think we can access anything in this room quite yet, and 2 of them go this way. So let's go on ahead and follow the one that goes underground through this sand pile. That's actually a neat little hint saying that there's something here that you can dig out and pull on. And voila, new staircase. Alright, let's see where it leads. And you know, not jump across the staircase. And it leads up. Okay. Get the hell away from me. Alright, let's go ahead and push on this thing. Can't really push on anything when we're Wolf Link, but that's okay. We've only got one option for this thing. We can either push it or pull it depending on the position it's in, and that is a re-dead. That is so a re-dead. These things are very scary, just like every other Legend of Zelda game. I actually think the design of these re-deads in this game are the coolest. You want to get out of the way of that as soon as possible. Also, just try to slash it from behind. That way you don't get scream paralyzed. Alright, let's kick this thing open, and the first instance of a small key coming from a wooden chest, instead of one of the regular dungeon-looking chests. Alright, there's nothing else we can do in this room, so let's go on ahead and push this thing back into position. And enter the room above us. Because I believe there's a keyhole up there that this key belongs to. And if you're curious about where the scent trail leads, it does indeed lead this way. If you want to double check to get your bearings straight, go on ahead and just turn into a wolf, use your senses, and just follow the trail. I know exactly where this one goes, so I'm probably not going to be using the... I'm not going to be using my honed senses to find it. Let's just go. We're going to be back in this room much later, though. So, we're not completely done yet. Alright. Oh, We've got a maze that's being protected by walls of spikes. Basically, don't run into the spikes, you might get hurt. Oh, really? I missed! I'm actually gonna need some bombs for later. Alright. This block is pushable and pullable. You want to push it into this position so that you can push it over here so that you can get across safely. And we're also going to need it in that position to have enough room to pull this chain to be able to lift this nice little mechanism. Is there anything else in this room that I'm missing? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Alright. Now, while you can use the claw shot to pull on this thing, since this chain retracts, it'll just retract once it's done getting pulled on by your claw shot. Alright. We can do this one of two ways. We can either wait for the thing to fall on us and we're stuck in the middle, and we can just hop over here to get across, or we can just roll all the way past it. Either way works fine. Just choose the one that works for you. Alright. Oh! And apparently we're getting the compass at an appropriate time in the dungeon for once. Yes, I guess they learned from the first 3 times that they should probably put the compass in a place that's easily accessible early on in the dungeon so that we can find all the chests before we're getting the dungeon item. Alright, take those guys out. We have our compass, and this thing can be pushed and pulled on, just like the other thing. Alright, so I'm gonna go that way. I'm gonna go over here, face another re-dead. Oh god. There we are. Swell into it. Back slice does indeed stun it long enough for you to be able to just wail into it. We're also going to need a key, so that's why I came in here. Ta-da! Small key. I just realized, with the door design of this dungeon, the locked doors kind of look like spiders. And now that I put that thought into your head, this dungeon is a little more creepy, isn't it? Not just dealing with skeletons and undead in general, you also have to deal with the image of spiders, if you're afraid of that kind of thing. I'm kind of sorry, but also not sorry at the same time. Also, I kind of want to stay over here and funnel these skeletons this way so I don't get caught in the re-dead's scream. Alright, get your ass over here. Get your non-ass over here, skeleton. Alright, I'm just gonna pelt this thing with arrows. Bad shot. Bad shot. Bad shot. Bad shot. Oh, that's not enough? Really? Oh yeah, and arrows will barely do anything to it. I accidentally used a bomb arrow on it, but that's okay, I killed it. I'm actually surprised I managed to have the iframes to avoid getting stunned. That's amazing. Alright, so I actually hear a Poe lantern coming from somewhere in this room, so let's go on ahead and see where our senses will lead us. Oh, it's leading us to another diggable spot that hides a chain. Let's pull on it then. Oh, it's a hidden alcove that has the same, it has a Poe. Oh god. I meant to wait until it was purple to do that. Nope. You're not gonna hurt me. There we are. Soul exposed, let's pull it. Oh yeah, and the souls that we get from these Poes, they actually add to our Poe count. So we're gonna have 24 souls by the end of this dungeon. Alright, that light's gonna go back on its own. I don't think there's anything else in this dungeon that we need to, in this room that we need to get, so let's go on ahead and keep going. And I am specifically coming in here as Wolf Link because there is something that we're going to have to deal with as Wolf Link. Let's open this chest up first, though, and get ourselves another small key. This will be able to open up the door that's at the end of this room. And the hell? Oh, we've got some ghost rats that are on us. There we go. Ooh, I did not want to jump down there. There we are. Let's get out of here. Aha! Made it. Another spider has been unlocked. Alright, so we could go back down into the room that we were in when we first started searching for Poes, but the way that we're going is actually, the game is actually suggesting that we go after the one that went through this door up here. Because the scent trail leads up this way. The game's telling us to go through this door specifically to get into this room, because we can't really do anything if we go in through the room to the in the door below us, rather. Alright. Oh, good, it's another one of these mechanisms. Oh! Alright. Let's, push this thing. We can still do that as Wolf Link, which is very impressive, considering we have very strong head muscles and neck muscles as a wolf. Alright, cool. Oh, look at that. It's a chain. Hopefully nothing decides to attack us while we're pulling on this thing. Like that. There we go. Yeah, we took a lot of damage from that. If you want to be extra cautious, go on ahead and just see if you can get them with your claw shot and then start pulling on it. But either way, just pull on the chain. Wait until, get underneath it and wait for it to drop. Oh wait, I actually want this thing. I want this thing because it's a stamp. I think I said I was gonna go after all of the chests in the dungeon, so yeah. Let's go on ahead and go back up there and pull on the chain again. Oh look, it's another one of these guys. Oh, and there's a chest over here we can open, so let's go after it. Hey, it's a red ruple. I can use that to buy things. Hooray for monetary capitalism. Or just capitalism in general. Did I trap that thing in there? I think I did. Oh, now I can escape. I am definitely not gonna let go of this thing until that thing is all the way up. There we go. There we are. Let it die. There we go. Now we can actually advance. Let's go. Open up, please. I have a Poe that I need to kill. Alright, so this is where I'm gonna need some bombs. So I think two of the chests in here contain bombs. Or there's only two there's only two chests. Both of them have bombs. And the reason we're gonna need bombs is this. Say hello to the Twilight Princess version of the Stalfos. We can attack these guys with our shield and sword. In fact, using a helm splitter completely stuns them. Like that. But in order to completely finish them off, you need to use explosives. In fact, you don't even need to use your sword at all. You can just hit them with a bomb or bomb arrow and they will die instantly. They are super vulnerable to bombs, which is why I kind of wanted to conserve them until I was here. We are going to be able to get some more bombs later on in the dungeon, but this is just basically telling you they exist, and this is a good way to take them out. Alright, and here we are in this room, and oh. Get over here. Light up the torch. So there's really no hints here as to which torch to light up, is there? Oh yeah, that's right. You're not supposed to light all of these torches. And you're supposed to light the correct ones. This one being number 1, and one of these 5 being number 2. You know, for posterity's sake, I'm going to show you the incorrect one. This is what happens if you light an incorrect torch. You face a lot of skeletons. How many skeletons do you have in your closet? Let me count the ways. Alright, that takes care of all of them. You get a wave, the door opens. You gotta light both of these guys again. I think this is the right one. Yep. And voila, door opened. We don't have to face any more skeletons. I recommend trying to light up the correct one as soon as possible because you are limited on lantern oil. And you don't want to run back to all the way to the beginning just to get some more lantern oil now, do you? Alright, I believe we're in the correct room to be able to get the Poe, so... wolf time. Ah, there you are. Oh. Ah, another analog to the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time. Gotta find the right one to attack. And it will only reveal itself when this happens. Oh, wow. That was close. I think there is a tell that you can look at before they decide to attack you. But I don't know. I feel like reacting quickly is the better way to go for this one. There you are. Got you. Oh, I missed. And you're going to be in a different one now. Alright, so which one are you? Reveal yourself. Got ya! Wow, I'm actually surprised I didn't get hit by its lantern. Alright. They have just as much health as the other Poes, so just grab it and go. Alright. We have defeated another Poe, and we have gotten another light sent back to the main foyer. Alright, so now let's go on ahead and continue. And we're back in the room that we first entered when we came to the right side of the dungeon. Alright, I don't feel like jumping down there, so let's go on ahead and use our claw shot to safely land. There we are. Made it safely, and now we can come back here. We're going back to the left to get that last Poe. There's numero 3. Alright. We're going to go back down to this room here to rotate the walls again. But we're not going to leave after we do that. Let me get rid of this guy first. There we are. Stabbed to death. Alright, let's push on it. We're actually heading back into the room above us, but we're going to do it by other means. The walls also get rotated up there. So, since we can't access that room normally when the walls are rotated, we have to get up there using the claw shot. Basically, the claw shot is going to be very useful. And I think I already said that at the beginning of the video. But yeah, it's very useful. Alright, we have entered a room that's full of lanterns. Taking out those guys. Oh, I didn't take out that one. Alright, so one of these lanterns is actually the lantern of the Poe. So let's reveal which one it is. Come on, reveal yourself. Got ya. All we need to do is just blip it one time in the head, and it goes down. Alright, that's all the Poes. We have done enough Poe hunting for one video. Let's head back to the main foyer and see the door open up. Alright. There's really nothing else in this room, so we can safely exit and head back to the start. we gotta follow the path that we came in here with. Alright, pop this thing open. And let's watch the cutscene of the light returning to the torch. And watching the door opening up. And I actually think this is a good time to end things off. So next time, we're gonna go on ahead and go through this door and see even more of the dungeon. We're completely done with the pose, so it's just a straight shot to the dungeon item and the boss. Later.